What do we have here? Whoa! Hey everybody, I'm doing a new video. This will be a new format that I'm trying. I'm at a local trail, a local park that has a trail, and there's not that many around here, so it is what it is. They did some construction here, so it's a little bit doesn't look as good as it used to look. I have my skateboard down here, and I'll be riding that around the trail. So we'll see how this new format goes. I'll be looking for patterns. Why am I looking for patterns? Because I think it's a little interesting, and it's also something that I'm interested in because I do a lot of visual stuff, and so there'll be hopefully a lot of variety that I could find because patterns are basically everywhere. Let's get started. See, on this bench it has this linear line pattern to it. We have a bunch of thin lines and then thick lines. You can see the pattern in the wall. It has a grid, rectangular shapes. A lot of buildings have patterns in the structure. Yeah, looks like a sunflower. Kind of cool. You can see the sunflower has the little pollen inside it. I'm not sure the terminology, but you can see the petals, kind of radial pattern around the circular center of the sunflower. I think it's a sunflower. It's bright yellow, brown on the inside circle. Not sure if you could see the detail in that. There's another one from the back side. Oh, there's a bee on that one. There's a bee. I don't want to get stung. That would not be good. I don't know what's in this tall grass, but you can kind of see that right there. I'm not sure about the detail or how close the camera gets, so I'll go in and out a bit. There's a closed one. I think that's pretty good. Here's something else that's interesting. We have this metal plate here with a pattern similar to my skateboard. I don't know if you can see how the camera shows it, but you have the diamond shape grid with the lines and the spaces representing the diamonds. This is for traffic signals. It's probably a lot of electronical stuff underneath here. But you can see the similarity between the diamonds, the diamond grid. Thought that was interesting. You see a lot of the similar patterns in the world. Why that is the case, I don't know. If you know, leave it in the comments. Just saw this. I don't know why it's there. I thought it was interesting, so I might as well show you what it is. It's a big metal, what is that? It's a big metal pipe, I think, and it's going into the tree here. Why is it going into the tree? I don't know why it's going into the tree, and it's also being held up by this other tree branch, or a tree, what's left of a tree or a plant. I guess the tree kind of grew into the pipe, but that's kind of interesting. It's all rusted, so it's obviously old. It's probably just, I don't know how far it goes into the ground. Here's another metal piece right there. It's probably connected to the pipe. Probably connected to the pipe. It's next to the trail here. Where'd my skateboard go? Oh, there's my skateboard. There's another diamond-shaped pattern to the bench. Here's some pattern. Where's my skateboard? There it is. Saw something interesting. I want to go back. What are these things? I do not know. If you know what they are, leave it in the comments. If you know what these things are. Has an interesting color to it. It's kind of like a feather. And the leaves are very long. The leaves have a pattern on it, a texture, lots of lines put together. On the tree you have these little spherical, what would you call it? If you know what it is, leave it in the comments. Some more though, feathered, maybe they're cattails, I don't know. Here are some little flowers. They're kind of small, so I'm not sure how much detail you could get in the video since this is a cheap camera, but you could see it has like white petals that have a radial pattern around the center. The center is yellow with little pollen, pieces of pollen in it. I'm not sure what the correct terminology is. That probably should have done some research. But this is a spontaneous video where I'm just experimenting with the format, trying to find various patterns in nature and man-made patterns and different types. There's a lot of similar ones like the diamond ones that we keep seeing. I want to see what else there is. You can see there's a little man-made lake pond thing here. You can see on the building over there, the walls have that rectangular grid pattern to it that we saw on the other building. Buildings tend to be really square and rectangular shaped, and the buildings themselves have very repetitive structures to it, similar to a pattern. What do we have here? We have whoa, almost fell down there. Gotta watch my step. But you can see on this plant here, I'm not sure what it looks dead. Looks like it's a dead plant, but you can see the little patterns that it makes on the end of it. The head of the flower or whatever it was, and also little spikes on the stem kind of go in a radial pattern linearly down the stem and kind of poke out sharp little needles. And these are little sharp, ow, that's I don't want to touch it because I don't want to, you know, who knows what's on this thing and how dangerous it is. It's a plant. You don't know how dangerous plants are if you don't know what it is, right? So if you know what it is, leave it in the comments. Where's my skateboard? There it is. They got these lights set up in a pattern, one after another sequence. Just one here, then some space, then another one. There's another pattern grid shaped on the the garbage. As you can see, there's like the pattern of the rectangulars have the lines horizontal and vertically on the metal structure. But you can see these patterns everywhere. And on the other one it was a diamond shape, but this one is rectangular. Here's a radial grid for the sewer. Has the lines in a radial pattern and then intersecting the radial lines and crossed in the middle. You have these lines, the power lines form a pattern, linear pattern. What in the world do we have here? A bunch of fire hydrants. What is that? Whoa. Grasshopper. Oh no, my skateboard. Here. Got a little gap. Don't want to fall down here. You can see my shadow over there. So I don't see any fishes in there. But rivers themselves kind of carve out their own random pattern in the world. I wonder how many times I could say pattern in this video. Alright, here's another grid shaped pattern in the netting of this volleyball net. As you can see, just basic grid pattern. We see a lot of this. I guess maybe due to the structure, the integrity of the structure. You got the horizontal and vertical lines, so it keeps it very rigid and straight. Very straight, uniform pattern here. Create some patterns in the sand here. As you can see, my shoes have a little pattern on the bottom. It also looks like another grid. Oh my gosh, where are these grids coming from? Let's look on the bottom here. I don't know. We'll take a look at my shoes later, see what's going on. You can see it makes, oh, there's a circle as well. You got a circular pattern in my shoes. My footprints are a pattern. Wait, no, those are my prints. Oh, diamond shaped pattern. I mean a triangle shape. We haven't seen that yet. Let me get this straight. You can see you got the circle radial pattern, and then we have this triangular grid shaped pattern here. And this, in the sand, it looked like just a basic square shaped pattern, but here we have a little relief to it, where it's three-dimensional, and so that's a little more interesting. It has like this wavy pattern to it. All these different patterns in the world makes our experiences really textured experiences, and I kind of want to share that with all of you because I think it's interesting having all these different qualities, visual qualities. And so this was just an experiment to see, you know, if this format is good, if it's not, if it's interesting, because you know, all my years of looking at stuff as an artist, I notice a lot of details, and I kind of want to share those details. By revealing that, it kind of will enhance your life and kind of give more depth to it, right? And so this is just an experiment. See how it goes. Let me know how it is in the comments. Yeah, that's all for now.